everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Falcons going up against the Crusaders. With that, we're once again off to L.A. We're standing by. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Crusaders. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Now Ryan on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Watch left. He's time right there. Ready. You got four. 21. Alert three.
On second down, here's Ryan. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Heavy.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 46 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hat on the left. Move.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Strong left.
Now Ryan on second down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Third and long, it's Ryan. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And here's a look at the starting offense. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone. Leopard.
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Three down. Space. Check nickel.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And that'll bring up second down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses. Second down following the incompletion.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
No. There we go. Check 4.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Marshall now, the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Croft. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
This is Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Cut his left. Cut his left.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Ten yards to go on 3rd. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Fresh set of downs here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Back to throw now on 1st down. Jumps it complete to Miller. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And it'll be a Los Angeles 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route. Because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And over the middle here, Amaro. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Tight, watch left.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun! Here we go. 19.
Out of the gun now on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Tight end right.
Another pistol look here.
Let's go. Brand 38.
They'll try and pound him with Crouch, the fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here we go now. Green 30. Gun! Here we go. The Blue 90.
They try to punch it in with Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Right 25.
55's my guy. 55.
Now Ryan on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Alert.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here we go. Tight right. Ready. Guys, check me out. We got 3 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
12.
Check your backer.
Lady, sit out at 25.
and 10. It's Ryan again. And that's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 59, ready. Watch the twist.
On third down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. This is fielded at the 7. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 30. Touchdown, LA. Their dangerous wide receiver. 92 yards. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coaches, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a play fake here. He's got him in. Complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Set. Green 39.
Again, it's Miller. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really, really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
3-19. Gone.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Check, tight right. Pull out there, check the outside there. Ready, slam.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now.
3 down. Check, 37. Ready, 25.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hitting in distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got 3 up. Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Set, blue, 90. Blue,
set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Four down, check.
Here we go now. Blue, landing.
Here's a give to Miller. Room to the run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah,
and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goal post.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Got his left.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught left side, Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Double tight, double tight. On. 5 down.
Here we go now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now Ryan on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Second and 10, it's Ryan again. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Alert.
Blue 90.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So a 3rd and 8.
Ringo.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
319. 319.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lawrence Virgil in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing just about on his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Hey, we got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
On second down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gordons get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're throwing them up in the dirt, and And so far, it's working for both of them.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. It's hauled in by Hardy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
3 yards to go on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Ready, Blue 80. Hey, let's go.
Again, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Ryan now to throw on third down. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They come out here in the eye. To throw again is Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again, Ryan. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. On third and goal, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
4 down, 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And now a first down following that long gain.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now let's go. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
4 down, 4 down.
All right, now look at 36. Green, 36. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Tight dog.
Here we go now. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They come out here in the eye.
Green, 39.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
39. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Patrick DeMarco now from the fullback spot. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the light.
Now Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on 3rd down unsuccessful. Fourth down now. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this is going to remain a one-point game.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. They find some open field here. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that has to be fun for a head coach to watch. They've been working on clock management since the first day they went to camp. And guess what? It all came together there. A team that understood the situation, got out of bounds, and stopped the clock.
Watch tight end. Three down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Defense showing blitz.
Tight end right.
Miller, the lone setback.
He's coming. We got double up.
And they'll give it to him here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Set. Green, 39. Leopard.
Switch.
Leopard. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.